G'day guys, Josh here. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. Welcome back to Financial Fruits, and I've decided after someone has mentioned it to me in the YouTube comments that they want a fun dark mode sort of guide as well. You know, to help them out with investing as well, and I'm just trying different styles out to see what works and what sticks, and what people enjoy so far. So we've gone through. So this is Financial Fruits episode 7. If I can spell it correctly. And what we've gone through so far is all the asset classes. So we've gone through cash, fixed interest. What else? Shares, Australian, and international. I like how the auto thing shows up as oh yeah, interest, by the way. Yeah. And I've been through property and alternatives. So I've been through all of those, okay? Now, we're going to get into how to invest, okay? And what you want to look at, okay? When you are approaching investment. Because approaching investment, you got to have a plan, okay? So you can't just be like, I'll just invest in all these shares and that's it, and I'll just set and forget it, and it'll do it on its own. You got to have some sort of goal in mind, time frame in mind, and basically similar attributes like that. So what you need is generally a goal, what you're trying to achieve, whether you're trying to own a house or anything like that. You got to have a time frame, which say I want to do it over 7 years or whatever. And obviously you got your risk tolerance as well, like how can you tolerate losing, like can you tolerate potentially losing your capital. And also, last but not least, whether you need that money within that time frame. So those are two things you gotta look at. Now today we're gonna talk about time frame, okay? Or no, we're gonna talk about the goals, okay? So goals can be small or big. We're also gonna talk about time frame as well. So small can be just to get a massage. That's a goal. Or they can be big, such as getting a new car. So that's another one as well. And overall, that's what the end point you're trying to seek for your investment. And, basically whether you can achieve it or not. Say for example, you set your goal to get a new car, but you set the time frame to be 3 months and you have no chance of getting that. You got to set some sort of a realistic time frame. Next, we're going to talk about time frame. So time frame is very, very important because every single asset class has a time horizon that is favorable for it based on past results. For example, we go to cash. Cash time frame doesn't matter really, because cash you always can access it. It's very liquid. The only times where time frame does matter is, I'm going to say, with term deposits, because if you break it, you lose the interest. And yeah, that's probably the only one with a term deposit. Now, fixed interest has a smaller time frame, roughly about a year. Now, property, longer time frame, roughly about 3 to 5 years. This is just general, by the way, general information. Do not take this as financial advice. And shares generally have a 7-year investment horizon. So you got to determine whether your goal is short term, medium term, or long term. And these are considered to be short term, is considered to be short, is like less than a year. Medium is generally between 1 to 6 years. Long is obviously longer than that. 6 years or more. So that's the sort of things you got to be in. An example of a goal in the area is to be retirement for most people who are watching this video. This one could be car/house. And this could be, massage. I've already used that before. But those are the, things that you want to aim for with your investment. So whether you want to invest in, shares, because you're like, oh, shares got a long time horizon, I'll invest in that. Problem is, you got to take consider of the other areas in it as well, being your risk tolerance, and whether you need the money in that time frame as well. So let's go back up. We'll highlight this, and you guys can view it later. So next up is going to be, your risk tolerance. Can you sleep well at night? Let's say if your investments go down by 20%. That's one test. There is a whole risk profile questionnaire, or questionnaire in general, that discusses your risk tolerance. Now, generally when you're a new investor, you may want, you know, a guide or a mentor on this, okay? Or some sort of comfort. Because it can be scary when you lose some of your money, but just at the end of the day, with most shares and property and stuff like that, it's just a paper loss. The only actual loss is when you sell to share or sell to cash or anything like that. Just be aware of it as well. So with risk tolerance, it's kind of important as well, is that if you want to achieve your goal, how do you want to achieve it, and whether you're comfortable investing in such a risky asset where it can go down 20%, and will you be okay with it? That's the main question. Like, will you be okay with it if it does go down by that much? Will you, like, you know, stress and sell it right away if it goes down by 20%? So you even can increase, you know, your tolerance by becoming more familiar or disciplined, basically, to keep to the goal. It can be very, very tough, okay? It can be very, very tough at the first time. When I first invested in shares, one of my shares went down by 30%. I was just panicking whether I want to sell it or not, and I had to calm myself down over it as well. So it's not, you know, don't worry about it too much. Now, next one is going to be whether you need, do you need income, okay? Which is, one is, do you need money within that time frame? So if you've got a goal, you know, to have your own property, you know, you may need to make, let's say you're building your own property, you may need to make progress payments. So you would need to withdraw your capital, or need to withdraw part amounts of your capital. So you do definitely need to do that. So, you know, basically 30% of your capital needs to go into this. Like, is it, you know, you need to make periodic withdrawals. Like, do you want to have that? Do you want to have your portfolio provide income? Do you need your portfolio to be liquid? So let's just say you're making progress payments. Do you really, do you want to invest it into an asset that can't be liquidated easily enough? Right, that's another thing as well. And those are the things you can really question yourself, you know, with investing, is like, you know, do you want income provided? You know, how risky do you want to go? What sort of time frame you're aiming at? And those are the sort of things that you need to look at before even investing into any, you know, share, property, or anything like that as well. Now, as per usual, guys, there's a disclaimer that, you know, I don't provide any financial advice. So any shares, any property, any products that I recommend is purely coincidental. It's just an example. Do not take this as financial advice. Okay? So these are the sort of things you got to look at. Now, we've already looked at the asset classes. We've already looked at the, you know, the things you got to consider. Probably next video, we're going to talk about, you know, it'll be a general advice session where we talk about, like, a potential investment strategy, but be aware that the investment strategy isn't for you. And I'll stay at the start of the episode. It's going to be a pretty risky episode, for me, given the fact that in Australia, if you even talk slightly positive about a product, it can be seen as recommending a product. So be aware that these videos are kind of hard for me to do, because I try to fine line in the legal sphere as well. But anyways, hope you guys helped out by this financial fruits, and hope you guys have a wonderful day. See you guys later. Peace out. Bye.